Welcome, focused learners. If you're totally sick of highlighter-stained fingers, endless piles of flashcards, and those absolutely grueling late-night cram sessions that just leave you feeling completely burned out, well, you're in exactly the right place. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massive concept from the 80-20 rule for academic excellence. We're about to completely flip the script on the exhausting traditional way we've all been taught to study. We're going to see how stripping away the noise can actually get us straight to the results.
Let's jump right into section 1, the endless study trap, and the heavy, heavy burden of 100%.
We've all experienced this, right? You sit down at your desk, stare at an absolute mountain of textbooks and lecture notes, and you feel this intense, crushing pressure to memorize every single detail. It's a ridiculously heavy burden trying to conquer 100% of the material. And honestly, it is deeply frustrating when you pour massive amounts of time into learning everything, only to get your exam paper back and realize your final grade just doesn't reflect your exhaustion. It really feels like a broken system. Which brings us to a rather provocative question. What if I told you the secret to top grades was actually cheating? Now, I know that word carries a lot of negative baggage, but playfully leaning into this taboo idea is going to help us completely reframe our approach to academics. We're talking about an insider strategy that is so remarkably effective, it seriously feels like you're breaking the rules of traditional schooling.
Traditionally, we try to absorb 100% of all topics. It's a massive, scattered drain on your mental energy and a totally unfocused use of your time. But this so-called cheating method flips that entirely. By zeroing in on only the vital 20%, you're effectively trading that overwhelming burden of information for a sleek, highly targeted, laser-focused approach.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 2, the cheating method revealed, otherwise known as the 80-20 rule.
It's time to drop the mystery and look at what this insider academic strategy actually is directly from our source material. The cheating study method is all about using the 80-20 rule to secure top grades by focusing only on the 20% of topics that yield 80% of your exam results. And let me be clear, this isn't about sneaking unauthorized notes into an exam hall. Absolutely not. This is a legitimate, highly efficient mathematical optimization strategy. It's all about radically changing your input to maximize your output. According to the source, that vital 20% usually consists of recurring themes, core formulas, and the fundamental concepts that your professors just keep emphasizing over and over again. It is the structural foundation of the subject, rather than the obscure, nitpicky details.
So the crucial point is captured perfectly in Section 3, targeting the crucial 20%. This is the ultimate guide to working smarter, not harder.
Knowing the rule is one thing, but understanding the mechanics of how it actually operates is what's going to change your grades. We're looking at a pretty stark reality here. A tiny 20% slice represents the crucial topics that actually drive results, while a massive dominating 80% is just fluff, filler, and background noise. I want you to reflect on your own study habits for a second. Think back to your last major study session. How much of your precious limited time was completely wasted just swimming around in that bottom 80%? Think of all those hours spent trying to memorize obscure footnotes or tertiary reading assignments that barely even move the needle on your final grade.
To fix that wasted time, we have to follow a clear methodology. Step 1, identify the 20% of topics. You have to find that high-yield material first. The source material suggests doing this by rigorously analyzing past exam papers or mapping out the core learning objectives from your syllabus to see what's consistently tested. Step 2, focus all your energy right there. Once you've identified those core themes, direct literally all your cognitive power to mastering them. Step 3, yield 80% of exam results. By walking through these actionable steps, you're executing a strategy that completely shifts your return on investment. You're turning highly targeted effort into actual measurable results.
And this brilliantly illustrates Section 4, unlocking 80% of results, the ultimate academic yield.
This is the massive payoff we've been building toward throughout this entire explainer. Here is your aha moment. Just look at the relationship between your effort and your outcome. A tiny, highly concentrated input generates an exponentially larger output. A remarkably small, focused effort actually generates the vast majority of your top grades. You absolutely do not need maximum input for maximum output. You just need the exact right input. Seeing this incredible yield makes it so clear why this strategy is an absolute game changer for students. It all boils down to this: academic excellence. That is the ultimate promise of our source: high-yield mastery. By shifting your perspective and radically prioritizing your efforts, you can absolutely achieve those top grades. You can reach that peak of academic excellence. And the best part? You can do it while actually preserving your mental energy, leaving behind all the exhaustion and burnout that usually goes hand in hand with exam season.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. Looking ahead to your next big exam, will you study harder or will you study smarter? Are you going to fall right back into the exhausting, endless trap of trying to learn 100% of everything? Or will you ruthlessly target your vital 20%? The choice is entirely yours, but based on the 80-20 rule, well, the numbers clearly speak for themselves. Thank you so much for joining me today.